you like a helmet just like this, go over to greengrind.com and shop some of your favorite mini and life-size replica helmets. They have, you can add, of course, the visor, the chin strap, different helmet types as well. On the website, they have NCAA teams, they have all the NFL teams. You can go in there and shop some of your favorite sports football teams and get a helmet replica just like this. So go over there, use my promo code PITSYN at checkout as well, PITSYN, get yourself a discount at checkout. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. About a video title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing, of course, some Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. As you guys know, mini camps ended yesterday. We've seen, of course, a lot of standouts. Cole Holcomb being a name that's been circulating around. Mickey Fitzpatrick was talking about him and stuff, saying that he got his explosiveness back. We know he had the leg injury, of course, and the back injury, so now he's back. He haven't played really football in like 2 seasons, really. He haven't played in a season like in a while like that when Kenny Pickett was here. So it's been a while since he played. I remember that he was having a pretty good season that year too before he got injured. Him and Kawhi Alexander was both playing well, and they tore their legs back-to-back games, so it was crazy. So you have him coming back. It'll be good depth for us because we already have Peyton Wilson. You have Patrick Queen, the former second-team All-Pro. So having him back with those two guys as well, you're going to add a lot more versatility to that linebacker room. It'll be nice. And also you look at, of course, Calvin Austin. They're written about him a lot too as well, saying Calvin Austin's receiver too. They're saying Calvin Austin can make a big jump. And remember last year, I was one of the guys who was against Calvin Austin. I was like, because remember his first year he was injured, and second year he went out there and had that big game against the Raiders and he disappeared. And that whole season I was like, where's Calvin Austin? Where is he? He had like a big game against the Raiders, and he haven't had anything else. He only had 135 yards in the whole season, which was bad. And then the following year after, he kind of started off a little shaky. He had one good game, he kind of disappeared. I was like, oh, here we go again. But then he turned things up and played well. He had some good games. He finished with 500 plus receiving yards and had multiple touchdowns on last year. Punt return touchdown as well. Did a good job in punt unit and stuff. He did a very good job in improving himself and being more consistent down the field, getting open and making those plays as well. So I like what I've seen from him going out there and proving the doubters wrong. I was one of the doubters, and I'm happy to say that he proved me wrong like that. And I hope he can prove me wrong again and bring up another like notch as well, like go from 500 plus yards to maybe 700, 800 plus yards. I think he has that ability in him. Like I mentioned many times before, if he can kind of develop into a Tyler Lockett type, where he can go out there and move the sticks, run those short routes and stuff, not just be a deep threat down the field, running the short routes, moving the sticks, you know, those quick speed out routes, those crossing routes, using his legs and stuff and making moves in space, he can definitely be nice. And I can see him putting up 65 plus catches with 800 plus yards and stuff, maybe 1,000 yards. You never know. I think he'll work himself into being a solid piece as number 2 guy. So we'll see how things kind of shape out with him, because him and DK Metcalf going to be a tandem for time to come. Like DK Metcalf's on a 5-year deal, so he's going to be here for a little while. So we'll see how things go. Also, I want to discuss the second part of the topic for this video, Aaron Rodgers being all in. I love an all-in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers being all in and locking in, like I mentioned before, if he plays well, he still has a good arm. Still has a good arm as well. His mobility, of course, his decline like that, but he still can move pretty well for a guy of that age. I know 40 is not old in real life, of course, but in sports, 40 is older, of course, especially all the wear and tear in your body that you've been going through, especially him coming off Achilles tear a few years back. So I think now him being back on a new team, rejuvenated, and the Steelers defense being Super Bowl caliber level, and the Steelers can run that football very well too, and give him opportunity and a chance, and DK Metcalf and him get on the same page and connect well. Calvin Austin, Pat Frymuth, Darnell Washington. He also did compare Darnell Washington to Mercedes Lewis, and Mercedes Lewis played 20 years in the league, right? I think he said this year gonna be his last year. He's like 41, 42 years old. He had most of his best years with the Jaguars, of course. Played with the Packers as well, you know, with the Bears and stuff. Now, look at his numbers. Of course, he had like 5,000, 6,000 receiving yards, I think, total, around that range. Nothing too spectacular in receiving yards, but blocking. He's a very good blocker. And Darnell Washington does have that ability. He called himself the 6'0" lineman when he was at Georgia. So a very good blocker. Mercedes Lewis at one point last season, at his age of like 40 plus being tight end, he was graded one of the best run blockers. He was like top 5, I think, on PFF. Even on PFF sometimes, you know, they pick some stuff like that. But no, he was on top 5, of course, on PFF. Graded there, and a lot of people was raving about him blocking in the run game. So a guy like that is spectacular. So if Darnell Washington can compare to that type of guy, we know Darnell Washington can go out there and block. We know he can be definitely a big-time threat in the red zone as well. I know Aaron Rodgers loves big targets. You know, he's going to try to find Darnell Washington a lot probably too. So hopefully we see more than one touchdown from Darnell Washington. We give him at least 5 touchdowns. All I'm asking for from Darnell Washington, 30 catches, 300 plus yards, 5 touchdowns. I think he can definitely do that while being a big-time blocker as well. I can definitely see him doing that, and that'd be something you can live with, because Pat Fryman, of course, be getting most of the targets because he's more receiving back, receiving style tight end. Of course, he get most of the targets. Pat Fryman did have a season where he put up 700 plus receiving yards on one time as well. I think he can definitely be a guy close to 1,000 if he just got his own head and play more aggressive and be more physical and stuff. But it's gonna be nice to see how things shape out. Aaron Rodgers saying that he's all in. He said he told the teammates that in the meeting. We heard it from Zach Frazier. He said that Aaron Rodgers said that from here on out, I'm all in with you guys. I'm going out there and try to get things done and make things happen. So I think Rodgers is locked in and ready. And I think with his ability to throw the football and put the ball on the money, he's got the accuracy, of course, his leadership as well. I know his leadership is questionable at times. He kind of like Big Ben a little bit. Big Ben had questionable leadership at times, but once you get those guys to lock in and buy in, especially the name's sake, and I just know his namesake. He know that the name carries a lot of weight. A lot of those guys around like my age, like 23, 24, 25, those guys around that age, like some of those guys played with Aaron Rodgers on Madden. You know, like a lot of us did. Played with Aaron Rodgers on Madden and stuff as well. And they're like, say, this is one of the best ever, like that, one of the best quarterbacks and stuff. So if he can go out there and showcase them and let them know that he's with them and go out there and showing that, hey, I'm putting the work in, they're gonna get inspired by that. Because they're like, you know, like the dynamics, kind of like when LeBron James was like with the young players, they're like, I get inspired by what LeBron did. Playing with LeBron was different like that. I feel like you can get inspired by that by seeing a great legend go out there, put the work in. You're like, because if he's doing this, like when Tom Brady said, when Tom Brady was with the Buccaneers, with the Patriots, he was running to meetings. Tom Brady, the great Tom Brady, running to meetings like that. They say he was getting yelled at, getting chewed out. He was also taking accountability for himself and going out there putting in work. Like, Tom Brady, the practice is over. You still out here working? You here early? That's going to inspire the team. It's like, if he's that great of a legend doing that, and he's going out there and being early and doing that, what I should be doing. So I think Aaron Rodgers going out there letting them know that he's all in, doing all the cool stuff, building chemistry with those guys, saying that he's going to help Will Howard out and all the different things is very good for the team. Get those guys motivated, inspired. And a lot of people are counting us out, of course. Even our own Steelers fans are counting us out. They're like, oh, you guys they're going to have 6 wins, 5 wins. But hey, the Steelers, one thing about the Steelers, you can never count them out. I know the Steelers haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, haven't been to the AFC Championship in a while, but one thing the Steelers do always have is grit and will. They'll find themselves and get and will themselves enough victories. And if Aaron Rodgers can lock in and play like that throughout the entire season, play very good and high level, you might see yourself winning a playoff game, maybe 2, maybe 3. You never know what could happen. You never know. You just got to go out there and take it step by step and build this chemistry up and build this team dynamic up and get things going. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you guys think about everything, of course, in the video. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.